We're celebrating with a glass of wine.
Rosé from the Hunter, actually.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Taste.
Only the good stuff.
Yeah, so we've come a long way, and I feel like we've shared a lot of our hints and tips and hacks, over the course of the...
I thought you said hats, and I'm like, there have been a couple of hats.
This is true too. So, yeah, we would just raise a glass to say, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, well done. Yeah.
Don't mind me. But
nice, actually.
basically,
nice
day 10 is all about, I guess, self-promotion and
publicity
and harnessing those communities that you have around you or mentors that you have around you that you're not aware of. So I guess it's a little bit like standing on the shoulders of giants. You know, you've created something, and right now it's small, I'm guessing, and you want to scale that, and you want access to large communities of people that are interested in your product or website. And obviously press is a huge part of that. So I guess, how do you tap into press? We've got a pretty good hack for that.
Yeah.
And it's called Sauce Bottle.
Sauce Bottle. Love it. I don't know, if you haven't signed up to it, do it right away, because it is a game changer in terms of, it's like an online platform.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can either be, for example, a journalist looking for, people to interview. So your business could be the interviewee, and that could be really invaluable. You have editors and journalists from the Sydney Morning Herald on there sourcing,
looking for experts in different areas and different niche. They don't know where else to go or like who to find for certain case studies. So they pop it on Sauce Bottle, and an email gets sent to you with all of the opportunities. And if you're the expert, you can respond to that query and, be featured in an article on SMH.
Be huge for you. Could be TV, could be radio, and it could be a quick interview. But, it's all about being active on Sauce Bottle as well. You get the email notifications and then
respond to it straight away.
Yeah, jump onto it as soon as it's relevant to you and your business. And, who knows what a game changer that kind of free press could be for your business.
And you can set, I think they do like daily summaries, or you can actually set it for instant alerts as well. So you can actually jump on it as soon as the journalist has posted, that they're looking for a source. So gone are the days, I think, where you have to have a budget to hire a PR agency who writes up press releases and sends it out. You can do your press yourself. Again, it's another time thing, but something that I would prioritize. A Sauce Bottle, there's a whole range of different media outlets on there. You have the smaller blogs who maybe are looking for content, and you have like the big news source publications. So you can pick and choose what you think is worthwhile to respond to. Initially, you might want to, pick off a couple of the low-hanging fruit, and just for a bit of buzz, to get your name out there and be featured on a couple of, blogs that, might be at the same stage of business as yours.
Yeah, and you can also keep in contact with these journalists or people looking to interview. Your sort of comments in their story may not have made it to press, but keeping their details on file and, checking back with them every so often, they might have another story angle that's relevant to other parts of your life.
Well, then, if you're being helpful, you'll become the go-to person. You'll be the person, the knowledgeable person. Like, let me give Karina a buzz. Like, she knows about SEO, and she can comment about, the trend of, of what Google's latest release is, or whatever that may be. So, Sauce Bottle, huge hack. I think in terms of getting out there and, getting your brand known is also about tapping into other communities or related communities. A good way of doing that is, I like to do this, is via what I call vanity posts. So basically vanity posts, interviews with an expert. So an expert in your field, and this might not apply for all businesses, but if you're, selling baby products, and you have a lot of respect for a certain designer of baby products, if you can somehow secure an interview with them and do a Q&A session with them, post it on your blog, send that link to the designer, and they can share that on their social media where, if they are reputable, and have a good brand, they'll have a whole bunch of followers, maybe even a blog of their own, where they can share that and you can tap into their community by you simply publishing a Q&A section or session with that expert on your blog. So that's why I call it vanity post, because they can't not share it. It's about them, and they also want to show, I've been featured. So your small community of, maybe a couple of hundred, your article could soon be seen by a community of thousands.
Well, on their Facebook and Instagram, they've got huge followings.
Yeah.
Another resource to tap into is potentially mummy bloggers. A lot of them, huge. I mean, granted, they are aware of it and will probably charge.
They are now paid a lot of advertorials, but
sort of like a sponsored post, So, but the gain could be huge. What you might pay, for example, you might pay $150 to be mentioned for them to blog about your product or your service or what have you, and it could potentially, only cost you $150, but bring you thousands and thousands of dollars worth of product or work. So you have to kind of weigh up the return on investment.
And that's what's difficult sometimes, I think. Like, marketing dollars are really hard to spend, or PR dollars, because, it might just be brand awareness and you might not get that sale right now from it. But, what you'll know is, a few months down the track, like, they'll remember your brand and come back. And it's very difficult to kind of attribute that to the one post or, on a mummy blog. But just know that all of that stuff is making a difference. It is making a difference.
And you have to choose, spend your money wisely on what you're going to spend on what marketing. But, try and collaborate with some of these mummy bloggers as well. It might cost you, $30 to send off your product to a mummy blogger who perhaps won't even charge you. And you may not get much traction from the first blog post, but perhaps in a couple you will, and perhaps you could collaborate and do a joint competition to try and, increase brand awareness. It could lead to other, other avenues, I think.
How do you think you go about identifying, like, those mummy bloggers to approach, and, is there a resource or?
Well, I think that Nufnang is a central blogging unit that you can see who the major players are. And Nufnang, yeah.
I love that name.
I know, it's a bit random, I must say.
Nufnang.
And it shows you who the major players are, what it costs to, to blog. And these blogs have an enormous amount of traffic. So to be a blogger on Nufnang means you're sort of a high-end blogger, I would say.
Right.
And, bloggers that have a media kit, they mean business. And
it's my 20-page PDF. Look at my rates.
That'll be $1,000.
I have room in my schedule in 2020.
But feel free to join up.
And they're kind of the big fry. I think, like, the smaller fry as well as I said, like the stockists and suppliers, and even, if you have previously had a stall at a local market, a lot of local markets these days have websites. And they're happy to feature suppliers on those websites. They commonly have newsletters that go out because they've got marketing teams promoting the next event. So however you can get, like, in front of other people's audiences that are related, like, the better. And again, speaking from an SEO perspective, we want great links back to your website.
Absolutely,
so it's not just the press and users being aware of you. It's Google seeing that there's a lot of people talking about you out there. There's a lot of people linking back to your site. And
backlinks.
Backlinks are super valuable. And, I won't go into detail here about which ones to go for and that sort of thing. But just know that any kind of outreach stuff that you do and any publicity is great, not just for user awareness, but for Google. Google will love it.
Google will love it.
Yeah. I think, I think we're giving you, like, a good roundup of our favourite hacks, and hopefully, by watching our videos for the last 10 days, we've been able to excite you and also give you a bit of direction about how to focus your time, and also to know that it is possible to achieve some great things by practicing a few simple hacks, tried and tested hacks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about working smarter, not harder. And anything that you can do to work smarter and grow your business, scale up, essentially is what we're all about. Yeah, definitely.
And we'll be continuing on with some courses after the 10-day Digital Hack Challenge. So we'll have some landing pages on our I Do Digital site and in our group. So, we're going to be launching some courses on SEO. So getting found in Google, which is something obviously that people just don't completely understand yet. And it's part magic. It is part magic, but it's a part learning what you need to do to get in front of Google. And we'll also be, helping out with some tutorials on WordPress and getting your site up.
Yeah, so I've been building websites for a long time now, so why not share my skills? And especially those with a low budget or who simply just want to learn themselves. They're just straight out, I don't want another designer to do it for me. I want to learn myself. I hear that feedback a lot.
Yeah.
So now it's time to deliver that kind of course to you.
Yeah. And that's really how, this has come about in that with our clients. We have a lot of clients that come to us after being ripped off by agencies, thinking that they have to pay monthly retainers, especially for website maintenance and also SEO and social media as well. And we're very upfront and transparent in that we let them know that you can do it yourself. You need to learn, but it's possible. And so we don't want to hold on or keep things secret. We want to actually share the knowledge that we have with everybody so that they can actually do these things themselves and not be, ripped off by big agencies and actually spend their dollars where they're going to see rewards. And so I guess that's a bit of our background and how we've come here to be here today to, deliver the 10 days of digital hacks. We hope that you enjoy. We hope that you pop over to our I Do Digital Facebook group for more tips. This is kind of, an ongoing discussion and support and banter over there. So it's a fun group to be a part of. And sign up for our courses.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to say what a pleasure it's been to present this content to you. And hopefully you've learned a thing or two. And we look forward to seeing you in the next courses.
And a big cheers, I think.
Oh, yeah,
because
cheers.
10 days is done.
10 days is done.
All right, bye.
See you, bye.